Somebody's coming into the cryptocurrency space today. What advice would you give to new people coming into cryptocurrency generally? And what advice would you give to new people coming into play to earn games as investors?
This is interesting. I think the same saying, do your own research. Uh, People don't just say it as a saying, like it really is important to do your own research. I mean, the amount of people who are shilling projects, saying buy this coin, it sounds really great, but when you look into it, the project doesn't have any development, doesn't have any team. So I think, don't people shouldn't rush into buying things. Make sure spend it a couple of times, do your due diligence, and then get into it. But remember that, Bitcoin and Ethereum are at the top for a reason. If you're getting into it first, maybe play it safe. But if you find a project that you think is legitimate, you've researched it, they have a team, they are working on something, just don't put in more than you can afford to lose. And, this is crypto right now. It's so volatile. It's so fun. You can make $1,000 turn into $100,000, but also remember you can make that $1,000 turn into 10. So I think as long as people are doing their own research and actually investing in legitimate projects. I know that you have the Shiba Inu and all these blocky Inus are making a lot of money for people. My hands are up on this. I love the meme coin thing. I stay away from it personally. I find it entertaining, but I have no idea how they can be worth so much money. But I would say stick to projects that have real development.
That's the true gamble, those meme coins, because it's truly hard to value that. And as a follow-up, when you say, do your own research, your own due diligence, what are some places that podcasts or news outlets that you like, that you subscribe to?
Yeah, I mean, mainly I'm finding projects myself. I mean, I would find that I'm normally using social media. I mean, if I'm talking on Reddit, or if I'm, chatting to people seeing on Twitter, but then it's, check out their own website. Don't just trust what you read also straight away on some websites, but if you can see that they've had a roadmap and they've been delivering so far on what they've, on time, or it doesn't matter if they're delivering late, but they are delivering a product. So you can see there are people working on it. I would say this is the best way. Podcasts and videos are good. I mean, you got a lot of YouTubers like you guys. You got over 1 million subscribers. It's cool. Obviously, you got this can be trusted, but there's also a lot of YouTubers that I wouldn't trust. I'm not gonna put names out, but it's like the Wild West right now. So don't trust everything you hear.
True. 100%. And I just want to point out, when we, and for certain YouTubers, what works for an individual is very specific to that individual. So even if something is right for somebody, it's not necessarily right for another person's situation.
Exactly.
And then final follow-up question for this big picture, best advice to new people getting in. When you say do your own due diligence, do your own research, so important, let's get even more specific. Now, you found a legitimate project. What do you look for that tells you this might be a winner?
I think, if let's say I found a project that looks like it's actually working on what it's doing, poker right now, I don't know what, the market cap back in September was 3 million. At the time, there was 20 full-time staff working on it. I think 12 of them on the development team full-time on Unreal Engine. When you got a project like that, okay, I saw it obviously from the inside, but if you did your work, we were really public and transparent with what we were doing. Since then, we've gone 12x. So I think, once you find a project and realize, okay, it's got a 10 million market cap, but it's got, it's delivering on a huge scale. Okay, it's not promising the world, it's promising realistic goals, and so far it's doing its work. If you have money that you can risk to put in, I mean, okay, maybe you're funding the project, but maybe you lose it. It's no guarantee. But I feel that, I don't know, there's 13,000 projects now listed on CoinMarketCap or something like that. I would imagine that 60% of them have no work being done on them, and probably 30% of the others have little work, or at least not delivering promises. So I think it doesn't take much to look. And if you find some low market cap thing and you have money or capital, you can risk that. Okay, it's not a gamble, but it is high risk. Of course, I mean, there's no promise you're going to make money, but I think these are the projects that people should be looking for.